Hello and welcome to another episode of Modal Mental Health. My name is Mark Ali Bishop and I am a professional therapist, and I want to thank you for riding with me on our journey to emotional wellness. So I have a couple questions for you to ponder over today, some things to kind of think about. So a couple things that I want you to think about. Have you had people in your life, loved ones, family members, romantic partners, who have you've entrusted with secrets or just deep down experiences that you've had, and then have them turn around and use them against you, or share them with others without your permission? Have you had these loved ones, family members, friends, romantic partners, even accuse you of having trust issues? Well, I want you to know, if you answered yes to any of those scenarios, that you probably do have some trust issues. And I want you to know that that's okay. I actually find that having trust issues is actually healthy. I have trust issues myself. So having trust issues is a protective factor. It's kind of like emotional armor that we actually use to watch over us, protect us emotionally, to make sure that we don't get hurt by other people, especially, those we don't really know. So that's actually what this episode is about. It's about building trust between you and your therapist. It's this new stranger that's now in your life. And how can we trust this new stranger? So in last week's episode, we talked about confidentiality, which is the foundation of our conversation today. And so in the very first episode, we just talked about finding a therapist and making sure you found a therapist that is right for you, it's a good fit for you. And once you find that therapist, now the journey is about trusting them, because the therapeutic journey can be a long one. But if you don't have trust with that therapist, it may take a long time to get where you need to be emotionally. And as therapists, we understand that. And it's what I call the dog bite syndrome, right? So if you've ever been bitten by a dog, or you know someone who has been bitten by a dog, they may have some hesitation around just dogs in general, because they don't know if they can trust them. Same thing is with our friends, our family, and just people that we come into contact day to day with. We don't necessarily want to get hurt because we've been hurt in the past. Well, I want to tell you that in therapy, we as therapists, we know that the majority of people are going to come in, they're going to have some trust issues with us. So what we want to do is try to make this as easy as a relationship building experience as we possibly can. But we also understand that this new stranger, us, it may take you a while to kind of build up that trust. It's one of the biggest obstacles I've seen working with my clients, is that their hesitation or unwillingness to even share those deep down dark secrets that if you explored them, it might start making you feel better. So, but this is understandable. And so as a therapist, it's our job to build that as quick as we can. But also, too, as the client, I want you to come in and just start trusting as quick and as soon as you can. Because that's the quicker you do that, the quicker you're going to feel better. So, but it's the loved ones. It's our close family and friends and our romantic partners that usually give us the most emotional harm. And so, if we can't trust those, how are we going to trust this new stranger? It was this therapist that I just met. But as you go in this therapeutic relationship, and as you start to trust and you start to give in, that's when the real work starts to happen. Because it's usually these deep, dark secrets that you really don't know if you really want to share or hesitating to share. These are the presenting factors that actually need to be discussed with your therapist in order for you to feel better. So when you do find that right therapist, I want you to trust and let go so you can start healing. So I often talk to my clients, and I'm actually going to do this a little bit with you today, about when you first meet your therapist. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make you my therapist. And I'm actually going to hold up these cards. You're going to see these cards that I'm holding. Now, these cards that I'm holding represent my entire life, right? So there's some issues that I've had with my family. There's some issues, parental stuff. There might be some child abuse in my history. There might be some drug addiction in my history. But everything in my life is around these cards. So I can see what's behind these cards, but you can't see what's behind these cards. And so with that being said, I need to start trusting you so that I can start sharing those. So week by week, month by month, I'm going to come to you, and we're going to talk about some of these things that I am holding in my card, in my hand, actually. Now, if you're honest through your therapy sessions and you're really forthcoming, there might be some deep, dark secrets that are going to be really, really hard to kind of bring forth. And if you have a really, really good therapist, they'll actually help you along this troubled path that maybe you've walked, right? But I'm going to tell you that there's sometimes the client, or maybe me, now that you're my therapist, we've done a lot of good work over the weeks and over the months that we've been meeting. You've been helping me with my self-esteem and my confidence. My relationships have gotten a lot better. My romantic relationship with my partner has gotten so much better, and it's all because of the stuff that we've worked on in therapy. But there was one thing that I haven't been showing you, and it's this one right here. This one right here. This one right here, without showing you, I'm actually going to go, I might have a tendency to go back into some old behaviors or regress back into some old ways of doing things and handling my experiences. And it was just because we didn't explore this one, because I didn't want to give it to you. But it was this one, this particular card, this particular issue that was causing all these other issues. And it is the single card that we need to be working on. So whether that's addiction, whether that's parental or child abuse, or whatever that could be, that's what we need to be focusing on and working on. That is the presenting factor that can help you fix and go a long way with fixing all the things that might be upside down or sideways in your life. Now, I know that trust it's hard, especially in the biker culture. I run around with a lot of bikers, and one of the things that they say is respect isn't given, it's earned. And also is true with trust. Trust isn't easily given, it has to be earned. But believe me, over time with your relationship, you're going to feel like you do want to kind of trust in your therapist a little bit more. And when you start having that instinct, I want you to trust into that instinct, and I want you to give it to your therapist. I want you to give it to your therapist so they can help you explore different ways, or maybe even healthier ways, to handle what has been in your past. So I hope this video was helpful. Please, if you found that it was helpful, please share it, please like it, please subscribe for other channels in the future. I have a lot of material that I want to start talking about and discussing as we're going forward, but I want to take these videos slow. I want these videos to kind of build up on one another. And so slow and steady wins the race. And so our next video that you're going to see is actually going to be called Road Stories. And there's going to be two types of videos. They're going to be these type of stories, these type of sessions, I guess you could call them. And we're just going to be talking about general topics around therapy and the therapeutic relationship. And then there's going to be a second type, which we'll see next week, where I'm actually on the bike. And I've actually got my helmet all set up with speaker and video, and you're going to be riding with me. And I'm gonna call this Road Stories. And in the Road Stories is going to be exactly that. It's stories from my own personal past, my own personal life, stories that I have seen with other clients. I'll share without breaking confidentiality, of course, but I definitely feel that other people's experiences can help other people. So with that being said, I'm really excited to shoot the next film, and that's actually going to be me on the bike with you, with me, riding on our destination to emotional wellness. So until then, please be kind to yourself, because you deserve it.